Hi guys, I wanted to show you something. I wanted to show you a deck that I've built like something like 10 to 12 years ago. Um, that was originally created by someone named Jester131 on Magic Salvation forums, I suppose. A very great player who just a long time ago had the idea of building this. Um, Namely, this weird stuff that is called Animar Soul of Elements. And I've played this deck a lot when I was playing Duel Commander with the original era from 2007 to 2016 until we changed the rules and we started playing with 20 life points and not 30. So this just got down very fast because it wasn't competitive anymore and people used to play a lot more how to say so, a lot more spot removal for creatures. Like this is polarizing Duel Commander at the moment. But the good news is this still works, and yeah, that's uh, that's something. That's the whole part of the story that's about building this deck. Now, about my version of the deck is a version I've been keeping up to date through the years, and I never truly stopped upgrading the deck. And the thing is, I want to pimp this just like the other decks I have on the side, which is 100%. As much as I like them, as much as new prints go out and stuff. But the thing is, I don't use this deck. I have it, but it's one of my best friends who's got this deck permanently. Like, these are my cards that I'm going to show you. But he's got the cards, and I believe he had the cards for 5 years. We don't agree on the date, but I believe we are on 2024 as of this recording, July 2024. This is a heat wave today. I'm really tired. This is 38 Celsius outside. Today is just the warmest day of this year so far, unfortunately, thanks climate change. And I don't have this deck. My friend uses it. He goes to tournaments. He goes to small and large tournaments with it, and he really enjoys the deck. He's like really fond of the deck. He shares a lot of history and bonds with the deck. So he's got way more than the money necessary to buy the deck, but he's just fond of the deck, and I don't really play it anymore. So I said, why don't you just bring it back to me? Because I've bought a lot of other cards that could be helping to pimp this version, this thing, because my 6 other decks are already fully pimped. So I had to pimp this one too, and I say, just bring it back to me. I'm gonna bring the older versions of the cards to back to sales because they were mostly English. And I tried to find some impossible to find stuff, but not everything is home yet, and not everything has been found. But I'm not desperate, so there's a lot of pimping space left for this deck. But I'm still happy with that I have. And my friend's gonna come next week. He's gonna take the deck back to his home and play it again for probably 5 years. So I know he's within the best hands of the planet. Like he brought it back with new sleeves, new perfect size sleeves. Everything is double sleeves. So yeah, this is about playing Animar. You know the deck. Like I'm not gonna speak about the deck, what it does. You just have like I don't know how many different combinations of cards that make you win. Some are lazy, some are less lazy and very complex, but it's fine. So let's dive into it. So this is your commander. As you can see, color identity blue, red, and green in the correct order: green, blue, red, which is Timur, whatever you want to call it. So this is the edged foil version from Double Masters, and I really like this. I do actually. This frame, I can tell you, this frame does not fit all the cards. Like I prefer this frame for multicolor cards, colorless cards, and white cards. I think it just shines like crazy. All right, and we've got our friend Liliana. Boop. So I went through the deck and I found out I have a playset of these. Not actually a playset. I have 3 Japanese and 1 Chinese. This one Japanese, but This is going to be why he plays. And I could have shown you the cards before double sleeving. I'm stupid, yes. But, it's too late now. So let's move on. It's going to be 100 cards. So I have a judge version of this one, but only one, and I already played in another deck. So this could be upgraded to Korean. I have trouble finding Korean version of Survival of Fittest these days. So I'm not desperate. I think this will be upgraded to Korean. This is the burst version so far of this card. It's just brilliant. It's just beautiful. It's amazing. I like these prints. When I can, I just want extended frame, borderless, full frame, whatever you call it. Showcase is just a generic term, but whatever is a version of the card where you got no border on the sides or half the borders or everything like that. You see, I just enjoy that. That's what I want. So if it exists, I get one version of it. You got the reference. It's my rule 20. Let's call it rule 68. All right. If you got the reference, then it is. So we got a Calling Oracle from Commander. The newly freshly printed Modern Horizons freelance. I usually use Judges ones, but I prefer these ones for this deck, with a couple exceptions that I'm going to tell you. This Trinket Mage, I found it in Russian. It's coming to my home at the moment. It's not arrived yet, so maybe it's going to stay in Japanese, I don't know. So you've got the mandatory lens, the ABUR dual lens. You've got all the mana dorks that you can expect, the Thin Horse. I could upgrade this forest to something different. I really love the Zendikar forests. It's not the original one, but I could be using the Judges, John Avon ones. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. I have 3 versions of edged foil Green Suns, and this is the only one that I'm not. Remember, this is my 7th pimped deck. So there are 6 other decks to pimp before this one, and this one is going to be in my friend's house. So I'm pushing slowly, but I just upgraded everything recently. So we got some, if not all, the clones that actually do something. Got a Peregrine Drake from something recent because it doesn't exist in the foil versions. I found this in Russian. It's coming. I'm happy about that. I think this is one of the coolest version of Birds of Paradise. I'm not. I like 7th version, but I don't think it's crazy good. I got Russian version of Ravnica too, foil, but I think this one is just crazy. And the box topper was also amazing. I got Russian foil, original version, but Russian foil doesn't have this extended version, so I got both, and this one takes the extended version. Some Llanowar elves in promo Russian that I have on Magic Arena as well. The Vizier that now exists with a different framing, but not in Russian, so it's fine. You've got the amazing new print of Cloudstone Curio. I mean, the sleeves are somehow wasting the experience, spoiling the experience a little bit. Just look at this draw, mate. It's just, this art is gorgeous. Same here. This is going to be upgraded to Korean. It just takes a long time to find, but I will find it. I've got a Contact in Korea. I got this in Korea twice. I have 2 decks using this weird shit. It's not an expensive card, it's not a rare card, but it's hard to find because nobody pays attention to that. But I played 2 of these, one in this deck, one in another Duel Commander deck. It's really amazing. The newly printed Warriorwood Symbiotes, as I'm saying, this is less than 1 year old, only in English. So yeah, Beast Crawler Savant in Korean because it was quite easy to find, but yeah. This ties to some memories. As some of you might know, I've been the co-organizer of the France National Championships of Magic the Gathering, the official ones in 2018 in Muret in France, and we were given some of these cards, and this was given by one of my friends, Laurent, who just co-organized this with me. So these will never go on sale. They have a special emotional value tied to these. So I'm happy to play this one instead of the other ones. I just received this Korean full version of Phantasmal Image. Just look at this crap, it's amazing. The classic Seed of Synod from Secret Lair. Of course, you got the dual lens. You've got the Boseiju. I love this art. This is gorgeous. This I found this in Russian foil. It's not easy to find, but I think I've got someone. That was a hard choice between Seventh and Urza. Both are amazing, and we found a good price with a friend on Seventh, so we got a playset of these, and this is the one. Just received freshly this morning the Triumph, of course. I got all of these in Russian, and trying to get the new Capenna ones in Korean on my way. This is going to be upgraded in Russian too. It's one of the last cards that are certainly upgradable. You got a Trilon again. The classic Modern Horizons 2 this time, a version of the Fetch lands. You've got the newly huge thing that is the Null Drifter. This Null Drifter is actually something. Cast it for whatever cost. People have to respect it, you know. It's a 4/4 flyer, Annihilate 1. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm happy with that. A version of Druid Arbor that you cannot mistake for another land, which is already good. Look at this. I found this recently, and finally I got a full Palinchron. I don't care if it's good in the deck or not, it's really hard to combo off with something like that. It does combo off, but you need 6 mana and full blue, but it works. It's just it's good. I love this. It's a foil Palinchron from the Gold Old era. It's completely near mint, and I really appreciate this card. I've been looking for you. You know what? You deserve a boop too. Boop. New edition, only in English, but Surge foil. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it on the camera now. You can see the reflection of my camera speaking to you. Legolas's Quick Reflexes, something stupid. This is going to be upgraded in Korean too. It's harder to find actually. This one is a little harder to find than the last two ones. The amazing Skull Clamp by Shinkawa, who just drew Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that, I believe. The Hinterland Harbor Search Foil, we got 3 of these. This was kind of hard to find, but it exists, so as you can find it, you're happy. Should have been more lighting so you guys are blinded by the falls. This is good old school Kyrian Sentinel. The Kyrian Sentinel that just has mana is perfect in Animar. Same thing for the forest that I say for the other ones. You've got the Tree of Tales from Secret Lair too. Look at this amazing art. It's just I know it's pixel and stuff. It's not supposed to be fitting in the environment of Magic, but I think it's fine. A reprint of Shrieking Drake recently, just before doing this video, that actually has foiling. So welcome home. I got Korean version of all of them too. Same here. I got all different versions of this card. I got this in Korean foil, Russian foil, and I use it already in my other decks. So this one got a Japanese foil, which is already good. Piece of history. This is not foil. Will never be in foil, but you know, it's a Korean, completely Nament plus Gilded Drake. It's in a very, very good state, and hope you guys enjoy the show because this one is hell of a ride. The Bloom Tender too. I got the old version foil too. This was hard to find actually because a lot of kids play this game too. So Kinan, who used to be played somewhere else, like Commander stuff. So Kinan in Showcase Fall 2. This should be Russian foil from, which one is it? Is it Morning Tide, Eventide, Shadowmoor? I think it's Eventide for this one. But, oh yeah, it's here. So this exists. I still haven't found it. I have found it once. I declined the offer and the seller disappeared. So, yeah. Something else than a piece of history is this Cloud of Fairies from another era of Magic the Gathering. If you think about that, if this was found in boosters today, if the rarity of the foils were the same today, every single common that is playable today would be 10 to 15 to 20 euros because you would never literally find it. This is not the version I like the most. But the thing is, I opened this one in a box. It's on the YouTube channel, so I was happy. That was a good opening, and so far I haven't sold the card. So this should be borderless stuff, blah blah blah. But you know, Korea is just the rarest language with traditional Chinese. So I decided to keep this one. Could upgrade, could change. Actually, upgrading the art, just upgrading the price is up to you. Another search foil for this Woodbone Crag. I really think this foiling is neat, bro. Really, so cool. The only full version of Visionary Lake, only in English too. So that will stay in English. If you look at the shining, her eyes are, yeah, just like that, are just glowing in the foil. This is just amazing. This art is gorgeous. Newly printed Glimpse of Nature. I have the old version as well, but I think this secret lair is not the coolest one, but this one is, you know, it's kind of a success. I like this art actually. It's original, but I like it. Lots of versions for Empath, but I just felt this one was good because I think it's one of the only versions where you can find Russian foil. So when it exists, I take it. Newly version of the Elf as well for the Spirit Guide. This is from actually two different secret lair drops. It looks like it's the same, but it's not. It's two secret lairs that share the Elf tribal IDs. The best version of Yavimaya too. So Yavimaya, absolutely gorgeous too. All the versions of this card are amazing. So I like all of them. Biophagus with Search Foil 2. Believe it or not, I have bought this card 3 times, and the first 2 times, the first time I misclicked. I ordered this non-foil. The second time I ordered this foil, and the guy said the card is sent, but the card never arrived, so the seller didn't get any money. It's up to you. This one, look at this. The good old Mr. Porphyros. Perforator of things. Like this is a one-shot combo. Actually can kill people with small ability that people forget it. But also, if you got red, I believe you can hardly do that in the deck. But if you got Devotion to red, you can also attack with that. If you need 5, of course. Single color 5, 2 colors 7. So yeah, this foil Russian Porphyros is just gorgeous. I found this way before I had the idea of building the decks and using it. And then one day I was like, oh, holy crap, this is just crazy Animar. One new combo unlock. Ka-ching! This, I found it in Korean, or rather I had found someone who's in Korean who finds anything I want. And this guy says, alright, I'll find you a quick link in Korean foil Magic 15. That exists. I will find it. Then you got the new Shock Lens from Ravnica, just amazingly remastered here. Pays a tribute to the original. Everything is just perfect on this. So, okay, so Modern Horizons 2 arts again. We got this. Oh, this, by the way, I finally found this in Russian and Korean. So Korean is on its way to being found, and Russian is on its way to my mailbox. But I have another deck that uses this card as well, so I was most likely just dump and sell the Japanese version and keep this one in this deck. Because yeah, these cards exist in Russian and Korean. This is not the favorite Prismatic Vista I want, but I opened this one, so I'll keep it. I'll keep it and it will remain in this deck. It's Japanese. Everything's foil anyway, so what I'm talking. If it is foil, it exists, I have it. Brilliant reprint of the Phyrexian Metamorph, and you can. I'm trying to look at, yeah, so you just see the foiling on the head and stuff like here. Just amazing here again. The Steam Vents, as usual. This is a different thoughts that they had when they did the Steam Vents than the original, but it still works. Same here. We got some Hills Wonder Winter Horizon 3 recent reprints with gorgeous extended art. Same thing for the Bloodstenmeyer, which is ironically next to it. I could find a mug with the artwork showcase with head and stuff, but this one actually I think is the best like this. This framing, mates. Just look at the shining reflections on the etched foil here. It's just so good on colorless card. It makes them metallic. This is 100% metallic. You know, this looks like silver. This is just silver. It's just amazing. So I can find this in Korean foil, but I think I'm gonna keep this version because it only exists in Japanese too. So could take the new Secret Lair versions for Snakeskinville. It exists from Secret Lair Cowboy Bebop, which is very gorgeous too, with ability Faye dancing on the card, if I remember well. But this card is gorgeous too. Of course, it's bullcrap with Animar. This has lots of prints, but the only cool art, I think, is this one. And the only version that you can find only language. So you see you got a good old Friday Night Magic tag on the back for those of you old enough to remember what the FNM used to be and what you got. Hardest card to find, actually, not for the price, but it's one of the key cards of the deck. And believe it or not, when cards like this are needed in Russian or Korean foil and they are just bugger commons that nobody cares about, this is worth 0 cents. It's super hard to find if you had to ask people and stuff. So, yeah. New edition, Disciple of Ronas. Very interesting. Blocks, does the mana for 2, but also does lots of mana if you are any more version when it's larger. So if you can untap it, you get a lot of things with this guy. So I like it. Traditional Arbor Elf, I have all versions of this. I have older versions in Japanese, Korean, and Russian, not Korean, doesn't exist in Korean, and in Russian. I like Arbor Elf. This is my third deck using Arbor Elf, so I'm only keeping it in Japanese here. Newly version from Secret Lair again for the Eldritch Evolution. Most of the cards from this Secret Lair I find them extremely ugly. This is very close to the edge for me, but it's actually it has a link with what you expect it to be. So I got this, of course, only in English. The traditional mana generators for shit, and you got this stem here. So it's good to have a stem sometime on the cards and to get something, you know, like different versions. Sometimes they're worth more, sometimes less, and I don't know. I take what I take, and this incubation druid has this version. So same here. This has all framing available stuff, but 9th edition version has Russian for the first time as a main language. So it has black borders for base sets or core sets, and this art is the neatest. It's extremely precise and well drawn. I absolutely love this art. So, yep. This goes with for Russian. This is a weird story. I bought it as Japanese from someone. Yes, I know it's not Japanese. It's simplified Chinese from the location point here. So the guy said, I'm sorry, the card is not good as expected. It's more played because, yes, the card is not really in a good state. You can see that through the sleeves, though it's it is scratched a little on the surface and stuff. And I say, dude, I'm sorry, but the main problem is not even the state. It's just like you can see the scratches on the right. Remember, the sleeves are brand new, so any scratches on the card. And yeah, you can see them on the right here. And the problem is, this is not Japanese. And I think, okay, so I don't want you to cancel the thing. I'm going to get it. It's fine. But you halve the price. And he did it. And I think this is still worth as much as Japanese because this is really much, much rarer. So I'm actually happy to be keeping this one. Of course, we got the Elvish Mystic with the gorgeous art. Look at this. I don't know if this is Elvish or Mystic, but this is really cool. Same for islands, as I said, for the forests. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about these islands too. Common Tower, this is not my favorite art anymore, but this is still a cool extended art with, some falling on top. You can see it's not really, it's really dark actually, it's really dark. This Common Tower is dark. Uh, this is an example of why I don't really appreciate fully the green version on Edgefold, but yeah, this is Rishka. Pima Renegade, Rishma Pima Renegade. How is it? Rishkar Pima Renegade. That's it. And this card is just decent in this version. It's extremely shiny, as you can see on the reflection. It's extremely shiny, just like all edge folds are very extremely shiny in this print run. Sometimes it's the opposite. I couldn't find so far a Russian foil version of this one or an extended version in Japanese or in English from the whatever other versions there are. So I'm keeping this one. I don't know what to take. If you guys got an idea, I don't know which version to take from for Ayavugin. There are different versions. I'm speechless. I think I should maybe get the Zendikar Expedition version, which is amazing too. I don't know. It's between the Zendikar Expedition and this one, who that exists in Russian too. I haven't found a Russian version of this one too. I believe it's quite expensive, but I will keep an eye on that. Maybe it's gonna be upgraded, so I don't know. So we've got this gorgeous. Believe it or not, it took me ages to figure out that this was actually a human in disguise. I was like, what is this? And the art is absolutely insane when you realize. Look at the eyes here. You cannot see that on the camera, but this is a human hiding in the skin, in a hide, you know? And I'm like, really? That's amazing. So this is a little delta from Modern Horizon 3. We got the same thing to say about this one. We got the actually Mold Drifter. I believe this thing started art is even more like based than the first one. Like this, look at the fish. It's like, oh, I'm a fish. I'm flying, bro. This is amazing. And he flies. Yeah, he's a flyer. Jesper Sentinel just got reprinted with. I have this in Russian foil, but the new extended art, like I said, always precedes over the language. So yeah, less rare, but fine. Manowar, lots of prints. The only one that I find cool in foil, and it's beautiful. It's from again another era. I don't remember. This is 99, something like that. I don't even remember how old this is, but this is quite old. Same for this. Plane shifts, Arctic Merfolk. Look at this. Jeez, this she merfolk, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming the gender, because the bras and stuff. But this is super gorgeous. Do we need to talk about what we shouldn't be needed to talk about? Design mistakes, right? Yeah, this is Nadu, Wind Wisdom, and as a portrait version. It's not brilliant in the deck, but it's a defensive card because whatever they do, they're going to target some of your creatures. This deck plays the highest number of creatures I have seen in the deck for a long time. There are exactly 50 creatures in this deck. Half of the deck is creatures. That's insane. You've got is I got all versions too. I have this in Japanese, in Russian, and the extended version in Japanese too, from as a Secret Lair. I think it's a Secret Lair that was Ravnica Remastered has this in Showcase extended whatever foil is. Secret Lair is English only, but it's kind of not my thing in terms of drawing. So I have both of these. I think my friend say I just asked him whatever version you prefer, it goes in, and he said I want this one. I want this one. So this guy here is going to be replaced by extended version Japanese. Russian. I like this one. For the record, I have bought a square for 4 copies of this on whatever it was, mtgmincars.com, something like a Chinese shop. How old is this Zendikar? Like 2008, 9, 10? 10, I think. This is so old. Jeez, I'm old. Everything's old. How old am I? Am I gonna die? What the fuck? And this is one of the last copies I have. I've sold all the others, but when I bought this, I remember was $20 for a copy, so I got 80 for 4 copies of them. I say, you know what, this card is so bonkers, I'm gonna be using it for such a long time, I have no idea. And William from the past, you're right. This is now 2024, and you're still using it. So same here, we got a couple lands from Ravnica Remastered. Gorgeous breeding pool, it's just amazing here. We got the gorgeous Verdant Catacomb from Modern Horizons 2. Just look at this falling. The absurd delighting halfling that has 2 strength and makes Animar uncounterable turn 2, which is perfect. You want to have, that's probably one of the best starts with this in hand against any blue deck that just says I'm going to play blue. The Worldly Tutor for a finish line and a forest. So I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. That was Animar, and it's going back to my friend's house very soon with the last editions that are going to arrive this week. The sleeves are brand new, so of course they're going to fall, and I will let you with a vision of this weird animal that Animar is. So enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is not the coolest pimped version that I have from my decks, but it took me some time and it's going away from me. It's going to be back to my friend's house for a couple years, I don't know. And he's going to keep it for a while. So I will see it from time to time, and I know he's gonna be taking a great care of it. So in the meantime, bye bye, and don't forget, boop.